Hello students, I hope you are doing well in your studies. So we were revising the chapter number 5, that is India and contemporary South Asia. We have discussed the political structure of these countries of South Asia. Now we will see what are the areas of tension between India and those neighboring countries. We have already discussed about Sri Lanka and Bhutan's. Now we will do with the Pakistan. Let's see what is the area of tension between India and Pakistan and how India resolved these issues. So we have a conflict with Pakistan on the issue of Kashmir. So Kashmir is the main disputed area on which both the countries, India and Pakistan, claiming and their right on that particular area. So we had many wars with Pakistan on that issue. The first was in 1947-48, just after independence. Then we have in 1965 and 1971 on the issue of Pak occupied Kashmir and the line of control. Recent war we had with Pakistan in Kargil, that is known as Kargil war. And we salute the bravery and courage of our soldiers who with lots of bravery and courage compel the Pakistan to move backward, and they protected our border. So you must remember the sacrifice of Captain Vikram Batra, who in a very young age sacrificed his life for the protection of our country, and our youth must learn from the sacrifice of Captain Batra. So now we will see there are some other issues we have with Pakistan, that is the Siachen glacier and the river water. We have dispute on the distribution of river water with Pakistan, and now so we are settled all these things by the interference of UN, and we both are following the same. Next we have India and Bhutan. Although we don't have any major issue with Bhutan, but there are some issues regarding the guerrilla and militant from the northeastern India. Some illegal migrations or this militant activities through this northeastern India of northeastern side of India, and we are facing lots of issues regarding this entry, and India is always resisting or opposing these activities. But there are some areas of cooperation with Bhutan, that is India is involved in a very big hydroelectric project and in Bhutan, and that is processed by the Indian aid. Then we have India and Maldives. India is always supporting in the economy, tourism and fisheries of Maldives, and India reacted at a very fast by the Tamil mercenaries attack on Maldives, and India opposed this attack and supported Maldives on that issue of Tamil mercenaries. In spite of all these issues and conflicts, these area of South Asia, they are coming together to bring some cooperation and support to bring the economical development, cultural development, social development of that area. So in that regard, we have one important organization, that is SAARC, that is South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation. The formation of SAARC is a sign that the countries of South Asian, they are coming on a single platform for the welfare and development, economic development as well as political development of those areas. And all these countries of South Asia, they have signed this SAFTA. So what is the full form of SAFTA? That is South Asian Free Trade Area. What do you mean by this free trade area? Means all the countries of this zone, they are free for doing some trading activity or economical activity. Ultimately that will lead to the progress or development of every country's economy. So we can see, in spite of many dispute, conflicts and tensions, these countries, they are trying to resolve their problem, they are trying to solve their issues, and they are coming together so that prosperity and development can be initiated in this area. So this SAARC and SAFTA is one of the good initiative of this area. Now we will see that there are some other countries like USA and China, they are playing an important role to influence the politics of South Asia. Both are the superpowers USA is the already superpower and China is emerging as a superpower. So these two countries, they are trying to dominate or trying to influence the politics of this South Asia. As you know, this USA has a equally good relation with India and Pakistan, and sometimes to this America has acted as a mediator to resolve India-Pakistan issue, and nowadays we can say this China's influences toward Pakistan, and sometimes we see this China is promoting Pakistan against India so that China can enhance his influence in South Asian region. So these two countries, they are the main key player. They are trying to influence the politics because this South Asia region is growing as that is a big hub for markets. So that is the main reason why the other countries, they are showing their interest in that area or in that zone. So that is all about the chapter. Keep reading the chapter, try to make in between questions as many as you can, because that is the only way to prepare for your upcoming exam. MCQ type or very objective type question can be asked, so don't leave any single line, because any single line can be converted into your objective type of question. So dear student, my humble advice is to go through your NCERT book. This NCERT book will help you to score good marks. There is no other replacement of book reading. That is so very mandatory and very must. One more thing, keep noting your doubts. Whenever you read the chapter, note down your doubts so that you will be able to take them in the class. If you will not take your doubts, if you will not ask the questions, then clarity will not be there. I hope you will understand all these things, and take care. See you in the class.